My channel name is Mukul Sporting. I am continuously posting the videos of life science, plant sciences. Okay, myself Mr. Barwant MM. I am the presenting today's lecture on the identification keys. Let's see. In previously we have seen the plant identification. In this lecture we are going to see identification keys. Okay, I hope you are understanding the identification, plant identification. Okay, what is the identification keys? Keys are the systematic way of the character study and the separation of the taxa. Keys is nothing but the systematic way to study character. And separation of taxa is known as a identification keys. Okay, I think it is a clear. That means systematic way we have to study the character of a unknown plant. For example, which are characters? For example, their root, stem, leaf and the flower. That having the specific character. For example, root, that having the root system. Which type? That means adventitious or the taproot. Stem, that means herbaceous or woody. Leaf, reticulate or parallel. Flower, actinomorphic or the zygomorphic. In this way we have to study character and the separation of the taxa. That is known as the identification key. Let's see. For example, unknown plant. Unknown plant are given to you. Unknown plant given to you. First we have to determine character of a root. Okay, then stem character, then leaf character, then flower character. Okay, one by one. For example, root character. Root, that means a taproot system. Flower, it is a actinomorphic. Leaf, reticulate venation. And stem, it is a woody. Let's see, that are the only 4 characters. And there is a identification key. Easily we can consider this character we are seeing. Easily can consider that plants belongs from the dicot. For that purpose, we take a flora and search the dicot flower key. That means we have to take a flora of a dicot. That means any flora in that we have to take a T of a class dicot key. Okay, and from which we study the character. In that key, taproot character are given, actinomorphic character are given in this way. In the key, we have to see that character where the character are given, and finally we get a plant species, which are that plant species we get with the help of only flora. That is known as the identification key. Do you understand what is the identification or the identification key? Now I am going to explain the key or the type of keys. There are the two types of keys. First, it is a single access, and second, it is a multi-access. Single access, that means there are the only one characters, that is only one source are used. For example, flora, it is only one source are used to identify, or the key are uses. That is one single access. And the multi-access, that means more than, we can use flora, you can use manual, you can use books. Multi-access key, that means many source of information are the used. That is known as the single access and the multi-access key. Let's see actual type of keys. That means practically which type of key are used. In practically, there are the only two types of key are used. First is the indented key, indented, and second is the bracketed key, that I will explain in later. First is the indented key. Let's see what is the meaning of indented. Indent, that means that key are arranged at the one indent. That means characters are numbered in a one below that, indented in a same position. Let's see. For example, any plants are given to you. What is the indented key? Character are expressed in a one indent, or the in a one line, or the in a one position. For example, character number 1. For example, character number 1 in that key, that are the fruit are the akene. Fruit are the akene. That are the first character. If your plant having the fruit of akene, then follow the character number 2. In the character number 2, calyx is different. Calyx is a differentiated from a corolla. Okay. If your plant obey the character number 2, if first character is okay, in your plant is present first character, then go to second character. If second character also is present, then go to the character number 3. That means a petal with a basal nectary. Petals with a basal nectary. Okay, that means here one species are identified, that is known as a ranunculus. Ranunculus. First species are the identified. If petals, it is without nectary, that means character number 3. If third it is not present, then goes to the next character, petals without basal nectary. Here also second species will be separate, that is a Adonis. Okay, In this way, first species, second species we can identify. It is a key that indent all character given at the same position. Let's go to the second character. Here are the three characters where species are the separation. If second character it is not present in our species or the in your plant, go to the second character, that are the calyx is not differentiate. Calyx is not differentiate from corolla. We are going to second lines. When if our second character is not present, okay, that screen by the technically that screen is a remove. Once again from the first. Indented key. In that first character, fruit achene. Second character, calyx differentiate. From corolla. Then third, petal with a basal nectary. Nectary. That are given if first character is present in our plant, that are the fruit achene. Go to character number 2, that are the calyx is a differentiated from a corolla. If second character is also present, go to character number 3. Here species are the separation. First, petals, at the base of petal nectary is present, that species is a ranunculosis. At the base of petal there is no without nectary, that is a without nectar, there is no nectar present in the base of a petal. Here also second species are the identified. If petal character or not, if second number character, that is calyx, is differentiated from corolla, it is not present in our species, then go to the character number 2, that are the calyx not differentiate corolla. Then go to character number 4. There are 2 4 number characters. First, plants are woody. Plants are herbaceous. Okay, if calyx is not differentiated from the corolla, then they exhibit 2 characters. Plants is woody and the plants is the herbaceous. If plant is woody, that species it is a also Adonis. And the species is a anemone. Okay, if this character only, if calyx is not differentiated corolla, then only if second number character it is not present in our species, then go to the this number characters. In this way we can identify the given species. Okay, that are the 4 number character. 1 character are remaining. I will explain in next slide. Okay, we have a C 4-number characters. Then if our fruit it is a follicle, it is a fruit, it is a achene, then if fruit it is a achene, then we follow the first number character. If our fruit it is a follicle, then follow these characters, that are the second number characters. Sorry, not second, first character is present to go to the character number 5. What is the character number 5? Spur is a present. Spurs means a spine. If spur is a present, go to character number 6. Number of spurs. Number of spurs. Number of a spur, that means 1 and 5. In this way, species number 6 and the species number 7 will be identified. Species number 6 is a delphinium and the Aquilegia. Don't worry, you have to only remember this chart. But when we are doing the practically flora is available when we are doing the practical. But now we are understanding how key are the working. For that purpose, I am explaining that type of a species. If spur is absent, spur is absent. In this way, 5-number species, that is a Caltha, can be identified. In this way, the first key, that is indented, that means a position of the characters in a one position. For example, in a first I have explained the first character, that are the fruit achene. If the fruit is a achene, then go to character number 2, that are the calyx is differentiated from the corolla. If second character is present, go to character number 3. Petals with a basal nectary and the petals without basal nectary. If these characters are present, for example, first character is present, then your species is a ranunculus. If the second character is present, your species is a Adonis. If your second character is not present, for example, calyx, it is not different, it is a differentiated from corolla, but your calyx is not differentiated, go to the character number 2. Again go to the next character, that is a 4 and 4. That is a plant is woody and the plant is a herbaceous. Then also 2 species can be identified, that is the Adonis and the anemone. If your fruit, it is a fruit, it is not achene, then go to next character, that is a fruit, it is a follicles. Then fruit is follicle, then to go to next character, spur. Spur present and the spur absent. If your spur is absent, that species is a Caltha. If spur is a present, then go to next character, number of spur. If the only one spur is present, that is a delphinium. If the spur is a 5, that is a Aquilegia. Aquilegia species are present. That is known as the indented key of identification. If indented, next type it is a bracteted key. Bracteted and indented key, it is a similar. It is a similar, but a bracteted key, at the end of character there is a mention. At the end of character, there is a next character position will be mentioned. That is known as a bracteted key. Let's see bracteted key. First, for example, first character, fruit is achene. there is a next clue of a character number are given, that is a character number 2. Then we go to character number 2. Fruit is a follicles. That means clue are given. If your fruit is akin, go to character number 2. Your fruit is follicle, go to character number 5. What is the character number 2? Character number 2, it is a calyx is a differentiated from a corolla. Calyx is a differentiated from corolla. Okay, if this character is present, go to character number 3. Then calyx is not differentiated from corolla. Then go to character number 4. That means they clue are given in bracketed in a bracket, their clue are given. Let's see the character number 3. That means same, petals with nectar. Petals without nectar. In that, 4 species are identified, that are the ranunculus. Second species are identified, that are the Adonis. Okay, in this way 2 species are identified. Next, that are the that are the 4. Character number 4, woody plant. Character number 4, herbaceous plant. Here also 2 species are the identified, that are clematis, Adonis, and the 4 number, that are the anemone. If 4 number character are over, there is a 5 number characters. Spur present, spur absent. Go to character number 6. Here 1 species are identified, that is known as a Clatha. Okay, then go to character number 6. Spur present, that is the number of a spur. 1 and 5. In this way, here 2 species are also identified. Delphinium and Aquilegia. In this way, that are the bracketed key. I think you are totally understand concept. Bracketed, inside a bracket there are clue is given, which bracket or the which character we have to see. That is known as the indented and the bracketed key. One more point are remaining, that are the authentication. If any scientist have done, any scientist have done any invention, but that should be not authenticate. That invention having the 0 value, authentication. If any scientist done any discovery or the anythings, but they have not a true, that value is a 0. For that purpose, any scientist have done their research or the anything new. For that purpose, authentication rules are given by the government. Authentication, for example, at the end of a species there is a author name are given, that is authenticated. For example, any plant species, for example, we consider the Rosa indica. Rosa indica. In that a plant species, that is a indica species. Okay, there is at the end there is a no author name or the no anything any else names are given. In such condition, your plant invention or the naming system, it is a wrong. For that purpose, authentication from the government or the central government, it is a necessary. For that, BSI continuously working with the new species, identify the different researcher or a variety are given by the different researcher. Authentication work, it is a very necessary. That will be morphological, physiological, chemical, genetics work that should be authenticate. For that purpose, different government institutes are the working with the cooperation. This is about the your chapter number 6, that is the plant identification. And once again I am reminding you, please, if you have any doubts or the difficulties of a plant identification or the in identification key, please comment below the section. Thank you.